Hello, welcome to A VO's Journey and A VO's Journey podcast. My name is Anthony. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all of the crazy things that this guy, that's me, seems to step on. It is Thursday, the 16th of May. I was looking at my calendar. We're zooming by, aren't we? I hope you're having a great day so far. Just some quick things, housekeeping things. Don't forget, we've got an incredible special coming up next week, starting Monday. If you've been waiting or have been waiting for like a special to come up to try out a VO's Journey Elite Academy, now is the time to give it a shot. We're going to have an incredible discount to get, to try us out for the first month. And it's only going to be, you're going to have to wait and find out, but it's going to be amazing. So come and check that out, of course, at avosjourney.com. Also, some really exciting things too. You might not know, about the Academy. We have, of course, we have our live classes and everything, but we have a leveling process, an assessment process, and we are adding a certification for your sound and the quality of your sound, so you can get certified, and you'll have a badge for that. And we're going to be growing that as a community, and I believe, I can't tell you too much, but definitely we'll be looking into doing a lot more for the overall voiceover community with the certifications and stuff, and bringing together the best practices that you need to be a professional voice actor. So we're really excited about offering that and so forth. So there'll be more there, and of course, we have all our incredible community, which is amazing and super active and super helpful, along with all our courses and everything, and our archives. So it's really a wonderful thing. So make sure you check that out. Starting next Monday for our special that's going on, to give us a shot. All right, so and also moving into Academy Voices, really excited. The whole point of that platform, it's an online casting platform. Again, if you don't know what Academy Voices is, and this is where we're running a online casting platform as voice actors, right? I mean, that's the whole point, to be run by voice actors. We're all human all the time, and together we're always greater working together than we are individually. And I really believe that. And even if we lose a job to each other here and there, it's still worth it to work together as a team, because as a team we'll grow way more together than we could by ourselves. So really excited. Check out academyvoices.com. If you happen to be watching this video and you're looking for a voiceover, we have just such incredible talent there, unbelievable talent, and of all sorts, and also we from commercials, socials, to meditation, to audiobooks, to ads, to dubbing, to video game. My goodness, the talent we have for characters and so forth, it's unbelievable. So check it out there, and we're growing. I mean, I think we have 83 on our roster now, and we have I think 400 or 500 people waiting to join. So, we're just, it takes time, right? Because we vet every single voice actor and we work with them. So it's really cool. So check that out, academyvoices.com. And we'd love to chat with you. So anyways, okay. So I wanted to kind of talk about those things. And moving today, today's theme and topic, right, is that perfection is not attainable. We've been going through the week, right? We talked about success and being too busy to notice it. We've talked about taking actions, making those decisions to move forward. That really pushes you. That first step is usually the hardest. We've talked about success is stumbling forward, right? But today, we're talking about how perfection is not attainable. We talked about this in this morning's video. But if we chase perfection, right, we can catch excellence. And I think the point here is that we are always in our voiceover business trying to be perfect. right? We do an audition. We want it to be perfect. We do a job. We want it to be perfect. We try to build our website. We want it to be perfect. We try to put together a demo. We want it to be perfect. We try to put together our studio. We want it to be perfect. Everything, we're always trying to make everything perfect. And a lot of times, because we try to make those things perfect, we don't actually get anywhere. Meaning, like, we stop. Right? We stop, and then we're like, well, this doesn't work, and we just give up. And we stop chasing that perfection. Okay? And I think because of that, we end up not even catching excellence. It's funny because as you'll learn as a voice actor, and I guess life in general, but especially as a voice actor, right? It's like voice acting is a series of contradictions. We want you to be upbeat but serious, right? We want you to be authoritative but relatable. We want you it's like everything that we do as a voice actor a lot of times is contradicts itself. Okay, and I think that in this sense too, it's kind of similar, right? We talk about, and I've talked a lot about, right? No one will ever be perfect, but the idea is that we have the courage enough to chase perfection, to chase the idea that we're going to be as good as we can be. And I think that's in itself the message to take away here, right? Is that we are trying to be as good as we can be. We're trying to do as much as we can do, but understand, right, that you're never going to be perfect. There isn't it'd be funny if there's like a paddle that pops up and be like, boop, you've hit perfection. That would be funny, right? Well, it's just never going to happen. At least, although it would be, we got to make one of those. I had to make like a little button that pops up randomly, like a little sign, boop, you've hit perfection for the day. Yes, I've hit perfection for the day. I can now go on and be good enough for the rest of my life. I think we don't have that. And so, it never just happens where you're like, it's perfect. It's perfect. Right? It doesn't. But by trying to be the best that you can be excellent, and you can be the best as you are at that moment. You know what I'm saying? So I think if we're looking at, from, again, the standpoint of our business, right? What is chasing, perfection for us? You know what I mean? What is chasing perfection? Well, you could say that, it's reaching our goals would be perfect. Okay, reaching our goals would be perfect. So let's say your goal is you want to make, $10,000 a month. Okay, that's wonderful. And if you made that, that'd be perfect. What if you make $9,000 a month? Oh, well, it's not perfect. You didn't make $10,000 a month. Like, what the hell? You made $9,000? Holy crap. That's excellent. That's amazing. Okay? Or, you could take it to the extreme. You made $9,999. You didn't get exactly what you wanted, but doggone, you got really close, and that was amazing, and that is awesome, and it's excellent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to hit that perfect or that perfection to do an excellent job. And because of that, we still want to go for that perfect scenario. So I think this is, if I can just kind of push it further with this, right? I think especially yesterday, in our show yesterday, we kind of talked about tricking your mind, and I'm always, because my mind is always my biggest enemy. It's my biggest ally, my biggest thing. Well, let me rephrase my feelings. So my feelings, right, or the way I feel about something sometimes can be my biggest enemy, because my feelings betray me a lot. Meaning, like, the way I feel something is happening. It's my dog. The way I feel something is happening isn't necessarily the way it is really happening, right? It's not actually what is happening. But I feel that way, and my feelings, as you know, right? If you haven't learned by now, you will. But most of you know, our emotional intelligence, okay, it dwarfs our logical side of our brain. right? When emotions take over, and I know that's from innate and built into us from the caveman days, right? To where our emotions, our feelings drive us. But the reality is when your emotions come into play, we lose all ability to be logical about a situation. And a lot of times those emotions are wrong. Like the feelings you get, and I'm not saying it's wrong to have feelings. That's not what I'm saying. Or the way you're feeling is wrong. It's not binary like that. What I'm saying is, though, is a lot of times, and using myself as an example, I have looked at a month, right, and the numbers and the things that I've accomplished in that month, and the way I felt was that I did not succeed, right, the way I wanted to. But then when I looked at the numbers showed absolutely a different scenario. The numbers showed that I did succeed, but yet I had these feelings that I did not succeed. Okay, and again, then that's why I was trying to say, those feelings, they can really betray you. All right, and so when you are setting these perfect goals, right, the perfect scenario. Okay, a lot of that has to do with how you feel, right, of what's perfect and what's not perfect, and not the logical sense of what the attainment is going to be. Like, did you actually get to that goal? Did you reach a great height? You know what I'm saying? And with this quote today, right, from Vince Lombardi, right? But I think, and I can't remember but there's similar quotes out there, right? Like the quote about, you're shooting for the moon, but you're not going to reach the moon, but you'll reach the stars, right? Like the whole idea, right, is that you, again, are never going to reach the goal because, and there's another philosophical insight for the day, right? Is if you do reach your goal, right, what are you going to do then? You got to set another goal. Because once you reach it, you got to set it. So was that perfection? Was that excellence? Okay. Was it something more than that? Because if you ever reached your end goal, game over. It's time to pack it up and go. What's the point anymore? Do you know what I'm saying? What's the point? We talked earlier this week too about conflict, dealing with conflict, and how conflict is what drives us forward. Without conflict, there's no push. There's no moving to the next level, okay? Even though conflict and that struggle is very uncomfortable, okay? And it's frustrating, scary. We all know that. But again, those are feelings again, right? So if you set, and you need to, right? You need to have that next level goal. I want to accomplish this, okay? And that's the idea of today. You've got to set that perfect goal. You've got to chase it. But the reality is you're never going to catch it. But darn, you can get close and you can catch excellence. And then it's worth it. It's worth it. Because remember, if you do catch it, there's on to the next goal. I'll never forget when I went, I remember this like it was, I still remember this like it was yesterday. When I was, starting out voiceover the first couple of years, and then I finally was able to go full time. Up until that point, right, I had everything in every fiber of my being, every action I took, everything that happened revolved around me going full time as voice actor, being able to leave my job, replace my income, et cetera, everything I had done. And I remember sitting in my office. It was in my other house, and sitting in my editing station, right, outside my booth, and finally being full time. And I remember thinking to myself, well, crap, now what? I really think I reached that goal. Well, now what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Now what do I do? Okay. And I realized at that point, right, that that was not the end goal. That was not perfection. I had reached some form of excellence, right? But there was another goal. There was something more. There was something further that I needed, to go. So we're always going to be chasing it. And I think it's a necessity. I think it's a necessity that you're always chasing something. It's a necessity. So I think we're leading to, I'm leading to something even more here beyond just this quote, right? And it's the necessity to push yourself to another level, right? To keep chasing something, to keep working yourself, right? Not to take a break, not to take time off. And I don't mean like, take a vacation. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm saying you've got to continue always pushing yourself to the next level. You should always be working on something. You should always be continuing the process, continuing to grow, continuing to chase perfection, right? Because again, going back to what I said at the beginning, if you stop or if you've reached what you wanted to accomplish, what is the point of us being on this earth anymore? What is the point? Now, I'm convinced a lot of people, towards the end of their lives, they're in more control of the decision of whether they keep going or not than they think they are, right? Meaning that, there's something to live for, there's not something to live for. We all know this. Whether we can quantify it or not, scientifically yet, I understand that, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to have experiences with people in the sea with your own eyes that people have something to live for and people who don't, and I just think that what we're talking about today, no matter what age you are, is the most important thing, right? You have to have something to fight for. You've got to be striving for that perfect scenario. And you keep striving for it. You keep striving for it. And you've got to keep setting that goal. All right. Well, you know me and my philosophies and my thoughts. I have learned, if nothing else, you all, that this is such a mental game. My gosh, it's a mental game. And it's funny. I love my feelings. We don't want to live life without feelings. I think they make life amazing. At the same time, I wish, probably not, because somebody would take it. I would take it to the extreme because that's who I am, right? But it'd be nice sometimes to turn them down a little bit. Just to be like, let's just logically take the steps we know we need to take. Let's go through it. You don't need to worry about this. You don't need to overthink that. You just need to, just need to do this, do X, Y, Z, do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Just do it. Move forward. We'll keep moving forward. I think we did chat about that later on about the actions, the importance of moving. Right? The importance of moving. If you notice everything here, especially this week, we've talked a lot about movement, right? Whether it's stumbling forward, chasing, decision making, right? Taking that first step. Everything is about moving. And that's a theme, right? That's a theme that we have. Everything's about moving forward. You have to move. You've got to do. You've got to take action. You got to chase. You got to strive. You got to step. Even if it's one little step at a time, you got to keep going. Everything is about going. It's about moving. That's a good realization. See, there you go. Look at that. We talked long enough. We realized some good stuff. All right. Thank you guys for listening again to me ramble on. Hopefully, it's motivating you to take a step, to move forward, right? To keep chasing that perfection. All right? And when you reach excellence, chase some more, right? Add some more perfection to the goals. Okay? Keep going. All right. Well, my dog's telling me it's time to go. That's like my dog alarm, right? Oh, the little sign, right? You've reached perfection for the day. We've got to make one of those, I swear. It's going to pop up. It's going to be a little notification on your phone. You've reached perfection for the day, Anthony. Ah, thank goodness. All right, you guys, you have a wonderful, I'm going crazy. You have a wonderful Thursday. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Make sure, again, you remember that we're having our sale starting next Monday for VO's Journey Lead Academy and our courses. So make sure you check that out. Have a good Thursday, everybody. Peace.